Today we're going to be making some beautiful things with UV resin, so let's jump in and get started. I got this lamp from Let's Resin. It comes with a little acrylic tray. You can work on top of this tray if you want to. I decided not to in today's video, but you could 100% work on top of this little tray. It slides right in here if I could get it leveled just like this, and then the top of the lamp is magnetic, pops on just like that. It's got lights on the bottom and the top. So this lamp is fantastic for working with UV resin, and it's not too expensive. Discount code NAPTIME will give you a discount on Let's Resin's website. Everything I'm using is also available on Amazon, so you can get it off Amazon as well and get it really fast so you can make these before the holidays. I also got these molds from Let's Resin. They come in a set with 6 different molds just like this, and I want to say it's only like $11.99, so not too expensive. UV resin is so easy to use. There's no mixing required. All you have to do is just pour it straight from the bottle. And I'm going to be using this UV hard type resin from Let's Resin. They have a few different varieties available, and this one is my favorite. Their hard UV resin. And discount code NAPTIME will give you a discount on their website as well. I'm just going in and filling up the areas inside the mold. I was taking my time because you don't want to overfill the mold, and you don't want to squeeze the bottle super hard because that's going to give you air bubbles. So what I like to do is just kind of put my bottle upside down inside of a cup, so that way all the product moves down towards where the nozzle is. So that way when you're ready to pour this, you're not going to be squeezing the bottle really hard and having to deal with air bubbles. If you do have some air bubbles show up, you could use one of those long barbecue grill lighters, the lighters with the really long point on them, and pop the bubbles that way. But you have to be careful because you don't want to damage your mold. So I just filled up the molds, very easy to do this. And now I'm just sprinkling on a little bit of silver glitter, just a little bit right on top of that wet UV resin. And that's really it. So super simple and easy to make these. I'm going to pop the molds directly into my UV lamp, and you can use the molds with UV resin as long as the molds are clear. They have to be clear so the light can penetrate through the molds and cure the UV resin. I'm going to cure it for 5 minutes inside my lamp. And that's it. Very easy. We're going to be making another one of these, trying something out. So same thing, just going in with my UV resin. And these molds have a little spot at the top where you can hang your ornaments up. You want to make sure you take your time and really get the UV resin in that area because you don't want any bare spots right here at the top. It's just like a little round circular area. Just take your time, pour the UV resin in there. You can also help guide it in with a toothpick if you're having trouble with a spot. And on this one, we're going to try a holographic overlay mold and see how this turns out. I'm just going to take that and place it right on top of that UV resin. And I was trying to push it down so it was touching as many spots as I could get it to touch to give me a holographic effect on the finished piece. We're going to cure this one for 5 minutes as well. And that's it for this one. Here we are getting ready to take it out of the mold. I'm going to pull off the holographic overlay mold, and you could see that holographic effect transferred to the UV resin perfectly. I am going to cure this for 3 more minutes just to make sure it's completely cured. I'm just, extra careful when I work with UV resin. I always want to make sure it's cured completely. And that's really it. Super easy. Now we're going to be trying just a plain old holographic mold with UV resin. I'm going to put the mold right on top of the UV lamp. This UV lamp is magnetic, like I said, so you can pull the top off really easily and work right on top of the UV lights if you want to. And again, making sure that your mold is clear. This mold is a clear holographic silicone mold. You want to make sure your molds are clear or your UV resin might not cure properly. I was really excited to see how this would work out. I wasn't sure if the UV resin would work inside a holographic mold. And like I said, you could also work on top of that acrylic tray that comes with this UV light if you want to. I chose to just work like this directly right on top of the UV lights, but you could use the tray if you want to, up to you however you want to do it. And all the products I'm using, I will link in the description box along with my coupon code NAPTIME that will give you a discount on Let's Resin's website. And you can also get these products off Amazon, so I will leave the links for everything on Amazon as well down below in the description box. So we're going to cure this one for 5 minutes as well. And that's it. Super easy to work with UV resin, so fun. Here we are getting ready to take this one out of the mold. I was really excited to see if this would work, and it worked out perfectly. So awesome, so fun. Definitely give UV resin a try if you've been wanting to work with resin and you haven't. UV resin is very beginner friendly, so easy to use. You do still want to work in a well ventilated area, wear nitrile gloves, and I recommend you wear a respirator mask when you work with UV resin. And some people have said that this has a fingerprint on it, and it's actually from my mold. My mold had an imperfection, so there's not much I can do about that. It came from the mold. The place where I got that holographic mold went out of business, so it's not like I can contact her and get a new one, so it's fine. I'll just keep that piece for myself. You win some, you lose some, right? But here's how this one turned out. So beautiful. And you can use any color of glitter that you want. You don't have to use silver. I just use silver because for some reason I always reach for silver. I love gold, but whenever I'm working with resin, I always reach for like a silver glitter or blue. Those are like my two go-tos. And here's how this one turned out. I absolutely love this one. It's so beautiful and sparkly. Let me know which one's your favorite down in the comments. I hope you give UV resin a try. It's really so easy to use, very beginner friendly. Definitely check out these molds from Let's Resin. They're fantastic and perfect for making ornaments like this. You can give these out as gifts. Here's how the holographic one turned out. And on this one, I accidentally did a oopsie. I was trying not to overfill the mold, and I should have added a little bit more UV resin. You can see on these two spots on the left, I didn't have enough UV resin in there in combination with using that holographic overlay mold. So what I could do is actually just go in and fill those in with a little bit of UV resin and pop it into my UV lamp, and it'll be good to go again. So it'll be easy to fix those two little spots with just a little few little dabs of UV resin. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. Definitely check out Let's Resin. Discount code NAPTIME will give you guys a discount, and I'll see you soon for another video. Bye guys.